week. Do we want to start with Storm Tracker, or are we starting with Caroline?
I think we're going to be, looks like, on the radar there, where showers moving their way in areas further towards the north. This is where we've actually been dealing with a bit of thunderstorm activity. You can see the North Freeway there, portions of 45 from New Waverly up through Huntsville, seeing heavier downpours, lightning strikes scattered about. Also, if you look over towards Madisonville, more thunderstorms. We can put our radar in motion here over the last hour. These storms are moving their way towards the east, and that's going to be the general movement as we go through the day today. Livingston also dealing with some heftier downpours and storms. So far, everything pretty manageable. We have not seen anything severe, but I wouldn't be surprised if this afternoon we see 1 or 2 thunderstorms that could bring a damaging wind gust. Closer to the Houston area, it has mainly just been showers pushing through the Woodlands, the airport, over towards Mont Belvieu. Diving into Houston proper here, you can see dealing with some showers there along the Gulf Freeway, Spring Valley, Bunker Hill. Nothing too hefty, not dealing with any lightning here, but we are tracking another line of showers from Angleton up through Needville. This is going to be moving its way into the Houston metro within the next 30 minutes or so. Like I said, this is just the beginning. Future Track expecting to see showers really heavy now through 3 o'clock this afternoon. It does look like once we get into the evening, we'll start to see a bit of a break, but that break not going to last very long. In fact, we've got rain chances really ramping up towards the weekend. This is going to include a flood threat, but we've got more on that hour-by-hour forecast coming up.
All right, Caroline, thank you.
Exactly. And the thing is, it's not an all-day thing. I'm glad you said that, because this is not a washout. There are going to be periods where it's dry. Other times you will see a heavy downpour. So no matter when you're leaving the house, if it's dry, just have a way to get weather information, because there are going to be periods of heavier downpours. You can see right now here in the Houston area, we're actually watching some showers that are about to move in from the southwest right now, pushing through the Sugar Land area. If we put our radar in motion, you can see that's about to be moving to Houston for the lunchtime hour here. Right now, not producing any lightning, mainly just going to be moderate downpours rolling in from the south and then eventually clearing out to the north. Now, on the north side of town is actually where we have seen our heaviest of the showers and storms. Look up towards Huntsville and Madisonville. This is where thunderstorms have been slowly pushing their way towards the east. So far, nothing severe, but certainly producing quite a bit of lightning, impacting the North Freeway there. Continuing over towards Lake Livingston, dealing with those thunderstorms. This is going to be persistent as we go through the next several hours, but then I do expect a pretty big lull once we get to the overnight period. Take a look at our future track. Now, this is overdoing right now just a tad, but I do think it's correct that by 3 o'clock, a lot of the heavier stuff pushing off towards the east. Certainly by 6 o'clock, dealing with some showers out there, but nothing more than a few light to moderate downpours. And once we go through the overnight hours, still going to see spotty storms, nothing too widespread. And then by the time we get to tomorrow morning, a few light sprinkles, mostly cloudy conditions. The big picture is going to show conditions getting a lot better once this frontal system ends up clearing out of here. We're still going to be cloudy, but we're actually going to start to see things drying out for both Thursday and Friday. A high pressure system starts to drop in from the north. This is going to really cool down our temperatures. We're talking temperatures in the 50s for highs on Friday. So rain chances likely now through 4 o'clock. Then we transition mainly to just sprinkles. Thursday and Friday, nothing heavy, a 20% chance with much cooler temperatures. And then Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, rain chances really start to ramp up. This is as a strong cold front moves through the area. As it does, thunderstorms are going to be likely, and unfortunately, we are tracking a flash flood risk for Saturday. All of southeast Texas. This is a low threat, a level 1 on a scale of 5. On Sunday, a slight risk that's slightly elevated off to the east. So areas, the further east you are, the higher likelihood it is to see flooding, likely Saturday or Sunday. Now, I will say these are coming with cold fronts, where those rain showers starting to approach the south side of Houston. So very soon inside the loop, we will be tracking some light to moderate downpours. A closer look at our radar is going to show you two separate areas we're tracking. The heaviest of the storms, that's going to be further towards the north, Huntsville, Livingston, up towards Madisonville. This is where we have thunderstorms. I'm going to start with the south and then we'll go towards the north. Right now we are tracking a line of showers, some of them moderate. You can see by that red color advancing its way into the Houston area. So moderate downpours so far, not seeing any lightning. That's certainly good news, but this is going to cause a bit of a mess on the roads there, about to approach the South Beltway 8. A closer look towards the north showing thunderstorms from Madisonville to areas just north of Huntsville, Trinity, the northern side of Lake Livingston on Alaska, Livingston, Corrigan, even dealing with some of those thunderstorms. This is what you can expect to see over the next several hours to the north. Further towards the south, we'll see those showers move through Houston, and then we are expecting a lull. So still dry at the zoo. Next time I show you this camera, I fully expect to be showing showers out there. Temperature wise, warm. This is a warm front that's been pushing its way on shore. That's why right now we're in the mid 70s. It's humid out there. It's breezy. Conditions are favorable for thunderstorm development. That's going to be most likely between now and 4 o'clock. Then just rain showers into the evening coming up. I'll take you through the weekend because unfortunately we are tracking another flood threat.
Okay, Caroline, we'll check back.
Out the door right now, we are tracking scattered rain chances. Katy Freeway at Barker Cypress, seeing those wet roads. And I told you next time we saw the Houston Zoo would be raining. That's exactly what we're looking at. In the giraffe exhibit, you can see they're standing under the cover. Rainfall coming down at the zoo, the med center as well. These are those showers we've been watching advancing their way in from the southwest up towards the northeast. Now passing through the Houston metro area, approaching that south loop very soon. Going to be impacting areas like Bel Air, West University, then getting to Montrose and passing through the downtown area. Further towards the north, we do have areas from Madisonville to Huntsville, even up towards Livingston on Alaska, dealing with some heavier thunderstorms out there. These have been continuing through the afternoon, but these are all pushing to the east, which means we are going to have a brief break where things are going to get a whole lot better. Future track showing those storms pushing out towards the east by 3 o'clock, still dealing with some scattered showers and storms, certainly by 5, 6, not even scattered. I would just call this spotty storms, isolated downpours. The rest of us just dealing with some light rainfall, maybe some sprinkles, cloudy conditions. So I actually think that evening commute should be on the fine side, although an isolated storm will be possible as we head through the overnight hours. And looking ahead to Thursday, things actually really start to clear out. We're still going to be seeing cool conditions, cloudy conditions, but a lot of that rainfall is going to be pushing out of here as that front moves through. That's going to leave us with much cooler conditions, cloudy conditions. But then into Friday, a high pressure system really brings in the cool air. Conditions staying much more dry. So rain chances highest now through about 5 p.m. Thursday and Friday. Isolated showers possible, and then ramping right back up for the weekend. I think especially Sunday evening into Monday, as a strong cold front moves through, we can see some big storms. So flash flood risk on Saturday, all of southeast Texas a low threat, but then into Sunday that threat increases, especially for areas to our east. That's a level 2 on a scale of 4, so something to definitely take seriously. Really all you can do to prepare is have a way to get weather information and just plan on extra time on the roads. Forecast rainfall accumulation over the next 5 days looks to be widespread, 2 to 3 inches. Heaviest totals are going to be to the east of the North Freeway there, so that's where you can expect to see conditions maybe going to be the worst. So over the next 3 days, much cooler weather. I mentioned tomorrow 64 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, only a slight chance for showers on Friday. And if you do get a shower, it's going to be a cool one. 54 degrees for our high temperature. Temperatures struggling to warm up even on Saturday, 58 degrees. Rain chances really start to increase. This is as our cold front starts to move into the area. Our extended forecast showing rain chances now through this afternoon. Tomorrow morning starting off with cloudy conditions, temperatures in the mid 60s. That front finally passes through, which means by by Thursday afternoon, we're actually going to see those temperatures continuing to drop. 50s with us Friday and Saturday.
Throughout the day, but temperature's not too bad out there.
Not too bad at all.
Not too bad. Actually, kind of steamy
Yeah.
out there. A warm front pushed
warm.
through, so we're warm, we're humid. We've got those rain chances outside.
Let me show you what it looks like, because Southwest Freeway, we've been dealing with those showers through the day. Right now, actually not seeing too widespread of coverage. Radar is going to show you some of the heaviest of those storms along the Grand Parkway there, from Katy up through Cypress over towards Tomball, even up near Stagecoach. Nothing too bad, not even seeing lightning. In fact, if we put our radar in motion over the last hour, you can see these showers propagating towards the east. So very soon, the Woodlands, Spring, you can expect to see these showers moving into your area. But it's just that. It's just rain showers for now. A further look towards the north. This is where we had our heaviest thunderstorms earlier this afternoon. Those have now pushed off towards Lufkin. Very soon they'll be entering Louisiana, moving out of here. So it's a cloudy afternoon, a bit dreary with some sprinkles coming down. Temperature-wise, a lot warmer than we have been. Right now, 74 here in Houston, 75 on the island. This is from that warm front lifting where it hasn't reached Huntsville, currently sitting in the 50s. So we've got winds coming back on shore from the Gulf, and as we go overnight tonight, we'll continue to stay a bit on the humid side. You'll notice cloudy skies, a few sprinkles, but then a cold front is going to pass through overnight tonight. That's going to bump down those temperatures, keep us cloudy, and actually bring us down into the 50s for highs by Friday. But I've got more on that extended forecast coming up.
All right, Caroline, we'll see you then. Thank you.
For the holidays, and hey, today not going to be the best day to get outside. It's warm, it's muggy, it's cloudy. We've been seeing off and on showers as we've gone through the day today. So let's start with how much rainfall we've actually seen here in the Houston area. Pretty much everybody has seen some rainfall. As for how much, really not a lot to write home about. Rainfall accumulation near Bunker Hill, we're talking hundredths of an inch. Elsewhere, though, we have seen some heavier downpours, especially the further north you go. I want to show you up near Huntsville and Lake Livingston on Alaska. This is where rainfall accumulations, we have seen up to an inch and a half. So certainly we have seen some healthier downpours. But for most of us here in Houston, we're talking tenths to 1/100ths of an inch. Right now, though, we do have a thunderstorm that's starting to push its way really into the northern part of the Houston metro. You can see Cypress actually just starting to develop a little bit of lightning over towards Charterwood. This storm making its way towards the north and east, so very soon it will be impacting areas like Spring, Aldine as well. Shouldn't be causing any major concerns, but this is one we're going to be watching very close as our atmosphere is pretty unstable. We certainly have the possibility of developing more thunderstorms into the next several hours. Other than this, though, mainly just light rain showers continuing to come down. Future track will show through the next several hours. Light rain possible, otherwise just spotty thunderstorms not out of the question. Not forecasting anything severe, but at times it can get a bit intense with wind gusts up to 30 miles per hour. You'll notice a cold front passing through in the early morning hours on Thursday. That's going to be ushering in cooler air, drier air. By Friday, a high pressure drops in. That's going to help enforce that really chilly air. So temperature wise, a lot different than today. Today in the 70s, tomorrow cloudy and cool, perhaps some morning sprinkles possible. By Friday, 54 degrees, cloudy skies. And then on Saturday, temperatures staying cool in the 50s, rain chances ramping up to 60% with a flood threat. In fact, that's because we've got a stronger front moving through on Sunday. That brings the rain threat here. So flash flood risk on Saturday for all of Southeast Texas. Sunday, especially areas to our east. Plan on extra time for driving. If you've got weekend plans, don't cancel it. Not a washout, but I would make sure you have an Lisa, that thunderstorm has actually gotten quite rowdy over the last 15 minutes. Because of this, the National Weather Service has issued a special weather statement. This means it's not quite severe, but it's certainly packing a punch. It's moving making its way to the northeast at about 15 miles per hour, just to the north of Bush Intercontinental Airport. You can see that hot pink color. This is where it's possible we have some pea-sized hail coming down. That would be just to the south of Ronaldo Drive near Cypresswood Drive. This storm capable of producing wind gusts up to 40 miles per hour. As mentioned, it is moving pretty quickly. So Roman Forest, Splendora, going to see the thick of this pretty soon. If we put a storm track on the heaviest part of this storm, moving at 30 miles per hour, we can expect it to be at Kingwood High School by 424, Kingwood 426, New Caney High School 427. So a very strong storm moving in your area. Thankfully, not severe. And other than that one cell we're tracking just north of the airport, mainly just going to see light rain showers. In fact, a closer look will show you some of those scattered sprinkles from Hobby up towards Galena Park, Pasadena. None of these should be causing any major issues out there, but we're going to continue to see more rain chances as we go through the overnight hours. In fact, most of that just light rain. We've got cloudy skies out there. A warm front rolled through the area, and this has allowed our temperatures to really heat up. Right now, sitting in the mid 70s here in Houston. Winds from the Gulf, that's helping us stay humid, which means through the evening tonight, we're going to be staying cloudy, muggy, scattered showers, a few spotty storms possible before we start to dry out and cool down. But don't put the umbrellas away just yet. Coming up, I'll have your day-by-day forecast and our weekend flood threat.
All right, Caroline, thank you.
Camera, certainly gloomy out there, but we haven't seen anything severe. However, we have starting to see a bit more lightning, especially on the north side of town. This storm that previously had a special weather statement, that has been able to expire. Certainly good news, but that doesn't change the fact that it's still a hefty storm. Just rolled through the airport, impacting areas like Humble up towards Kingwood, Pittsville, Timberlane, Acres, Porter. Very soon you're going to be on the backside of this, but that means ahead of this system, we're going to start to see more storms moving through Roman Forest over towards River Terrace, dealing with heavy downpours. This thunderstorm is quickly making its way to the northeast at about 30 miles per hour. So if you don't like to drive in the rain, I know I don't, I would recommend just waiting it out. That will continue to move on. And once that storm is passed, you're just going to be left with lingering light rain showers. A lot easier to drive in, although do plan on extra time as the road is wet and you can see some areas, including just to the north of Hobby near Pearland, dealing with scattered light showers as opposed to just sprinkles. Definitely going to be a bit inconvenient and icky as we go through the overnight hours. In fact, expect to see mostly cloudy skies, spotty thunderstorms possible, but that's really the exception. The rule is going to be light rain showers continuing now through the overnight hours. Once we get into the day on Thursday, things are actually going to start to dry out. That's because a cold front is going to be passing through the area as we go early tomorrow morning. Even though it's going to be passing through the coldest of the air, not going to start to really funnel in until Friday when a high pressure system starts to drop to the south. That's going to keep our temperatures very chilly. So tomorrow, cloudy, cool, high temperatures in the 60s. By Friday, waking up in the 40s, only warming up to 54 degrees. You will notice an increase in rain chances as we go Friday afternoon, especially into Saturday. In fact, Saturday, we're going to see a flood threat, a 60% chance of showers and storms. Sunday, 70% chance. This is as a strong front starts to roll its way into the area. Not officially passing through until Tuesday, but Saturday, a flash flood risk for all of southeast Texas. That's a low risk, so don't cancel your plans, but plan on extra time for driving. If you do have outdoor plans, I would make sure you have an indoor option, especially for areas living further towards the east. On Sunday, that flood risk is going to be a bit elevated, especially the further east you go. So how much rainfall? Well, anytime we see a thunderstorm, we can quickly get 1 to 2 inches, but generally speaking, about 2 to 3 inches possible. The highest rain totals are going to be further towards the east, and we're going to keep seeing those rain chances every single day. So that extended forecast is going to be showing showers and storms possible through this week.
Okay.
All right, just get through this little bit.
Yep. And stay weather aware over the weekend.
Yes.
Caroline, thank you. Coming up, why more and more young men are facing an increased risk of testicular. We continue to track showers and storms moving across our area.
I feel bad for Caroline Brown. I'm going to tell you why. This girl's amazing, and she gives us the forecast every day, multiple times for us, right?
Yes.
I'll go, is it going to rain tomorrow, Caroline? It's like, Lisa, are you paying attention? What I've said to you all day
You
long.
are fine. Especially the thing is, when we get in a pattern like this, it can get a little bit confusing. And the thing is, every day we have rain chances.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
keep that umbrella handy.
Okay.
Look at what it looks like. But when you have the rain, it can come down fast. I just checked with the Harris County flood warning system, and we've seen over an inch of rain out towards Klein and Bammel. That's right on Kirkendall Road at the Cypress Creek Parkway there. As for right now, the Weather Service has decided to reissue that special weather statement now slightly further towards the south to include Humboldt, Kingwood, Atascocita. This is because this thunderstorm capable of producing 30-mile-per-hour wind gusts in addition to nickel to pea-sized hail, so shouldn't be causing any major problems in terms of damage, but definitely a strong storm. Thankfully, this thing is moving. If we put it in motion over the last hour, it's moving to the northeast about 30 miles per hour. So heads up, Dayton and Kennefic. Soon this will be moving in your area. Otherwise, mainly just light rain showers. Coming up, though, we're going to talk about heavy downpours and a flood threat. But Lisa, Andy, more on that extended forecast coming up.
Caroline, thank you.
And it is possible you can see more as we go into the evening. Live look from our Houston area Chevy dealer's camera there. You can see a heavy downpour downtown. Everyone driving just a bit slower as those roads are wet. And we've been tracking one cell in particular that has been on the strong side, moved through the airport. Now it's moving nearly due east. The National Weather Service has decided to get rid of that special weather statement, but this storm still very much packing a punch, capable of producing winds 30 to 40 miles per hour. So not technically severe, but certainly a bit aggressive out there. That deep red and pink color from Huffman to Eastgate, that's going to indicate heavy, blinding rainfall. So please be careful. If you're not a confident driver in the rain, just wait it out, because all of these heavier pockets, they are continuing to push off to the east. You'll notice Splendora to Plum Grove also seeing a more moderate downpour. Other than these two regions, most of us just light sprinkles across Fort Bend County, Sugar Land, dealing with some more moderate showers. Nothing too heavy going to be expected as we go through the overnight hours, but a spotty storm or two cannot be ruled out. So through the evening, continuing to see those showers until a cold front finally moves its way through. That's expected to pass very early tomorrow morning, and that's going to start clearing out a lot of the rainfall. Now, behind the front, we are forecasting pretty cool air tomorrow. Temperatures staying in the low to mid 60s through the day. By Friday, temperatures only reaching the mid 50s. Rain chances will really start to ramp up late Friday afternoon into the day on Saturday. Saturday, a 60% chance of rain, a flood threat in place. Don't cancel those plans. Have an indoor option, though. I urge you, both Saturday and Sunday, rain chances will be likely, and both days we're tracking a flood threat, especially further towards the east. Let's show you that extended forecast. Rain chances highest Saturday and Sunday. That cold front passes through by Monday. That's going to be drying us out, but also cooling us down. Look at those temperatures.